Hey, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. On this channel, I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is all about a brand new release from Nike. It is the Nike Air Max Solo. Welcome to the channel. When I review a pair of sneakers, I always look into 5 different categories, and they are looks, comfort, weight, breathability and price. And then at the end of the video, I will give these Nike Air Max Solos an overall rating out of 5 stars, and you can then compare them to all the other sneakers that have been released so far this year that I've reviewed on the channel. Now, if you do like what you see as you're going along, please do not forget to show a little bit of extra support by clicking that thumbs up like button below on your device. And if you haven't already, whilst you're down there, why not take the time to subscribe to the channel as well? So let's start off with the first category that we always look at when I review a pair of sneakers, and it is checking out these Nike Air Max Solos on feet. This Nike Air Max Solo silhouette is currently available in 3 different colorways, and it's a brand new silhouette and shoe design from Nike that takes elements of previously released Air Max sneakers, starting with the outsole of the shoe, which you can just see here, which has this big air unit which is ribbed and exposed in the heel of the sneaker, and that is an ode to the Nike Air Max 180s, and just the shape of the silhouette detailing that you get at the front of this shoe with this synthetic leather overlay at the toe box is part of the Nike Air Max 180 design as well. Now, when you move towards the bubble for this sneaker, the Air Max bubble in the heel unit here is clearly transparent, and the first sneaker to do that in the Nike Air Max range was the Nike Air Max 95, so possibly a nod to the 95s there. And then the biggest nod you get is towards the heel unit of the sneaker, where you can see the Nike Air branding on this kind of ribbed badge that you get at the rear of the sneaker, which you really see on all of the Nike Air Max 90 releases. Now, yes, it is positioned higher normally, and it is very distinctive on a pair of Nike Air Maxes. It's a little bit more subtle on this pair of Nike Air Max Solos, but overall, I don't think they're a bad looking sneaker. This silhouette is my favorite overall. I like the fact that you do get these synthetic leather and suede overlays on the upper. They feature in the toe box, the lace loops, and just around the collar of the shoe as well. I like the fact that you've got slightly different materials used in the remaining part of the upper as well. You've kind of got this quite a thin lace material that goes on top of a more cushioned and kind of honeycomb spaced material, and it's kind of difficult to see on this colorway, but it will be easier to see in the breathability test that I'll run later. But I do like the hints of green that you get underneath here. The only thing that I do find a bit strange is the feel of the swoosh on the sneaker. It's kind of like a TPU synthetic feel to it, and I'm not too sure that that material fits in with the rest of the shoe. But overall, not a bad looking sneaker. I do think they look a little bit boxy. I do like the hint of purple that you get on the insole, even though you're not going to see it. And there is some nice retro Air Max branding on the tongue as well. Overall, not a bad looking shoe. Let's move on to their comfort, where I'm going to put this Nike Air Max midsole to the test on my back doorstep. A nice result in the comfort test. When I was putting pressure on this Nike Air Max unit for these Nike Air Max Solos on my back doorstep, it did give quite nice responsive bounce back and had quite a lot of give. Now, when I was walking around in these, you could definitely though feel the fact that the front of the shoe is made from this hardened EVA foam midsole, and as the midsole moves towards the middle of the foot and the rear of the sneaker, this air bubble really takes over. And the fact that it isn't pillared and it is transparent and just one large bubble of air, it did feel very nice and soft and comfortable towards the heel unit. And you can see when I was putting a lot of pressure on that element of the sneaker that it did have a lot of give and responsive bounce back. Overall, not bad comfort wise at all underfoot for that reason. When you go to on top of the feet, it's kind of a retro Velcro design, this shoe, so you get very heavy padded heel and also quite large and heavily padded tongue, but I don't mind that at all. It offers really nice comfort on top of your feet, and fit wise for me, these are an absolute true fit. Lengthwise, I've got perfect UK size 10 feet, and I've got slightly wider than average feet, but I found the toe box offered a nice amount of room, and fit wise, they were perfect in the length as well. So overall, no need to go half a size up or half a size down. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales. Coming in at 336 grams per sneaker is an incredibly surprising weight for me for these Nike Air Max Solos. Just when you take into account the amount of overlays that you've got on this sneaker, and then the incredibly chunky midsole unit as well, coming in at 336 grams does class them as a lightweight sneaker in my rankings. I think anything under the 350 gram mark and below can be considered a lightweight shoe. Anything above 400 grams, then you're starting to get into heavyweight territory. So for a shoe that's going to be 100% lifestyle sneaker, it's nice to see that you're not going to be carrying around loads of extra weight, especially when you consider the amount of padding that you've got in this kind of retro styled upper. Now moving on to their breathability, where I want to pump smoke through this upper to see how breathable they are. Great result in the breathability test. You can see the smoke escaping in incredibly large amounts and incredibly quickly, and it was really nice to see that it was a breathable sneaker pretty much all the way through the middle of the shoe and through the toe box as well. You can see the smoke escaping through the kind of this honeycomb under material that you get underneath this very, very small but well perforated kind of lace fabric on top of the shoe. So overall, a really, really nice breathable sneaker, and again, for a lifestyle shoe that you're going to probably wear for a long time, it's nice to see that they're going to offer you really nice breathability. Now moving on to their price. Now these set me back £100, and they are an entry-level Nike Air Max shoe. This is going to be one of the cheapest, if not matches the cheapest, which I think is the Nike Air Max Systems, at the £100 mark, at the lowest range of a shoe that has a Nike Air Max bubble unit on it. So if you are a fan of the Nike Air Max bubble units, or you want to get into the game and own a pair, I think that's quite a reasonable price and a nice introduction to the Nike Air Max range. And that's going to bring me on to my overall score for these sneakers, and I'm going to give them a really, really nice 4 stars. Now they don't get the full 5 for me because I just don't think they punch that 5-star quality in any of the individual areas, possibly other than breathability. I think they just lacked a little bit in every department. Now I do like the price. I think the £100 is quite fair, but I do think they look like a Nike Air Max shoe that doesn't really have an identity at the moment. And yes, they are a new silhouette, and possibly that will build with time, but they just don't have that kind of same brand recognition as the more well-established and possibly more expensive Nike Air Max models. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.